Alright, we all good?
At least us.
Today we're going to be playing Lost Mines of Phandelver. Going to do the complete playthrough on that one. As I'm guessing it should probably take us, 5-6 sessions. Probably not going to be too big of a campaign. From there...
Depends on how hard I derail.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm sure you'll be trying real hard, too. Step 1. Phandalin, who cares? I want to go build a blacksmith shop. So once we get finished with this, then we're going to go on to some more creative and interesting adventures. What those are to be announced. If like, subscribe, follow. If you are following us, then you will have a voice as to what we do after this. So please follow us. Give us your suggestions. We'd love to hear what you want to see after this. With that being said, why don't we go ahead and get started? So let's go through the list here. Who do we got? Let's start off with Kyle. Who are you?
I am playing a gnome wizard named Widget W. Waylocket, and he is a tinkerer and an inventor and needs gold to pursue his research and etc.
Andrew, who are you playing?
I am playing Draeli Tilthana. He's a wood elf monk, and he's almost 500 years old, but doesn't make use of most of that because he's mostly just spent that time inside of the high forest guarding treants. But now he's on the road looking for friendship.
Wonderful. Ian, who are you playing?
I'm Ian. I'm playing Lazu the Bard. He is a sword bard that was in the circus as a knife thrower and juggler. Unfortunately, he's unemployed, and most people don't appreciate having knives thrown at them. So he's taken up a side gig as a adventurer to throw knives at other people and hopefully get paid for it. So.
And William, who are you playing?
I'm playing Slane the Ranger. He was a forest watch for the High Forest, and on his last watch he ran into Draeli, and that went from there.
All right. So it's a perfect segue into the next question. One of the things I asked of everybody is that they have connections to other parties in the group. So when we get started down the road to Phandalin, you guys already have a little bit of clue, at least maybe not who everybody is, but who a few of you are. So, going down the line again, Widget, who do you know in this group?
Okay. I know Slane and Draeli because I was heading to Neverwinter to pursue my adventuring career, and I was ambushed by goblins. And they found me in a battle with them and helped rescue me. And so I awarded them some clockwork contraptions to help them in their adventures, and now we're good friends.
Awesome. Draeli, who do you know?
I know Widget and Slane. After I left my duties guarding the treants in the forest, the first person I ran into was Slane. The rest of my wood elves had kind of moved on to other areas of the forest or of Faerun. So he is my new best friend, and he and I are traveling from the High Forest onto Neverwinter, where we ran into Widget, having some trouble, helped him, and now we're on the road together, the three of us.
Wonderful. Lazu, who do you know?
Unfortunately, the two people who I worked out this are not going to be attending today, so I think it's just me going solo today, but I'll hang out with the rest of the party.
Okay. And
yeah.
So that leaves us, I think we've heard Slane a couple of times, but what's your perspective on all this?
Yeah.
I was going around doing my last patrol of the forest before the clan moved, and this crazy old monk dude came out of the forest and started talking to me. He's followed me ever since. I noticed some goblins were in the area. we came upon them attacking Mr. Widget there.
Sounds good. So there was mentioned we do have a fifth player that's usually going to be joining us, Madison. He'll be introduced next session. In the meantime, so all of you are familiar with a particular dwarf by the name of Gundren Rockseeker. And how is it that, again, going down the line, Widget, how is it that you know Gundren?
Well, me and my companions arrived in Neverwinter, and an excitable dwarf introduced himself as Gundren Rockseeker in the middle of our dinner. And he explained he needed adventurers to help him deliver a wagon load of goods to Phandalin. And the truth is, we all needed gold, and took him up on his offer to escort the supplies south.
Excellent. And Lazu, how is it that you know Gundren?
Pretty much the same exact way. Out looking for work, got a tip that this dwarf is looking for adventurers, and figured I might as well take him up on that offer.
Perfect. So, starting off in the adventure, as you guys have alluded to, everything begins in the city of Neverwinter. Neverwinter is one of the largest, most prominent cities on the Sword Coast, a place where politics run high, adventurers are about everywhere, and there's always excitement and adventure to be had. In this city, the dwarf by the name of Gundren Rockseeker, whom you have all previously met, has asked each of you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandalin. Phandalin is a settlement to the southeast of Neverwinter, and for the most part this should be a relatively simple guard duty and transport. The travel should just be a couple of days to the southeast, and Gundren was clearly excited and a little more than secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers found something big, and they'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandalin. He then set out ahead of you on a horse, along with a warrior escort by the name of Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. You all have spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Tribord Trail. Tribord Trail being named as the main, less than a road, like the name implies. It is a heavily trafficked trail that cuts through the middle of the forest and through a few towns over to the city of Tribord. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail. So now, let's hop over to... go ahead, and you guys have got your cart full of supplies here, and I'd like you to go ahead and arrange yourselves as you would have for your journey.
I have land vehicle proficiency, so I would be happy to drive.
I will sit in the back, where I will have all of you take me where I need to go.
I'll take up the front and scout the area as we go.
Excellent. So, you've been on the Tribord Trail for about half a day. As you come around a bend, you spot 2 dead horses.
Oh, that's the front. Whoops.
And let's go ahead and reveal the whole of the forest for you. So you've spotted a couple of dead horses about 50 feet ahead of you. each of them blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. The woods press close to the trail here, with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side. What do you do?
I'm going to
This
go
is
back
a
to
very
the
gruesome
cart and tell him
scene.
to stop. And I'm going to take a look around, see if I notice what killed him and about what area it came around, like if there's any like activity.
All right. Give me a perception check.
This is very gross. I do not want to smell it. Let's go out.
This is quite the curiosity. I have to apologize to my wonderful viewers, all of one of you. For whatever reason, their Roll20 is having a technical issue. Bad Roll20. This is actually quite a pain. Alright. So, let's jump over to here, and we are going to handle this manually. Ha! So it turns out Roll20 is not having any technical issues. That would be your GM that's having technical issues.
Classic.
And so Slane, you look about through the forest, and you see hiding in behind one of the trees is a goblin. It seems to have averted its gaze from the dead horses over to your party. It does not yet notice that you have noticed it.
Alright. In that case, I would like to nonchalantly bring out my longbow and take a shot at it.
All right. And we are going to let me roll turns. Going to start up some combat. There we go. Alright, Slane. Go ahead and make an attack with your longbow. You, noticing the goblin off to the side, you quickly but fluidly pull the bow off from behind your back with one hand and an arrow out of its flesh with another. You release it. The bolt flies true straight into the forest, right through the neck of the first goblin, bringing it down very quickly.
Alright, and as my bonus action, I want to shout goblins.
Perfect. Lazu, you've just you've heard the shout for goblins, and you've also seen Slane ahead of the caravan lease an arrow into the woods.
Oh, fine. I guess I must do some work now. So I'm going to jump out of the cart. Can I look around for goblins? I don't see any.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
You notice just to the south of you is a goblin. And he looks to be alert and ready for combat.
Alright! Oh, is that my turn?
That was your turn, looking around for the goblins.
Percept. Gotcha. Well, I'll yell, hey! Point to him.
Sounds
Over
good.
there.
And Draeli, you've heard Lazu alert you to the presence of a goblin to the south. Excuse me. And you may be muted.
Maybe. I'm gonna make my way down there. I have just enough movement I can run up there, and I'm gonna take a swing at him with my quarterstaff.
Alrighty. And immediately, this is the first time you've seen some real combat in probably a moon or two. You come up there, getting a grip on your quarterstaff, and it just doesn't feel exactly right in your hand. As it slips a bit in your sweaty palms, failing to make any considerable contact with the goblin.
Well, guess I'm a bit rusty.
Slane, you are up.
I would like to move back here, kind of take a little cover from behind the horses. I'd like to look to see if I can see any more goblins about, other than that one down there.
Okay. Give me a perception check. And it doesn't appear to be any more goblins in the forest. Widget.
Okay. Sorry. Alright, so I don't have a clear line. So I'm going to hop on down. And shout, I hate goblins! And then I will grab my arcane focus and bow and put my hand forward and release Alt.
Your firebolt screams across the forest. Right over the tree trunk, blazing past Draeli, hitting the goblin, immediately burning a hole through his chest. And with the simmering, smoking hole, he falls to the ground dead. Kordif. Oh, Kordif is not with us today.
Oh, he's dead.
Lazu.
It appears I have to look for more goblins, and I'm gonna look around for more of them little pesky
Alright, give me a perception check. And again, you don't notice any goblins in the area.
Alright, well, I will get back in my cart and let them take me away.
But not seeing the goblins does not mean they don't see you.
Yep.
A goblin steps out of the forest with a menacing look on his face. And does anybody speak goblin?
I do.
So, Slane, you hear this goblin yelling at you, "Fresh food! Fresh food belong to me!" as he fires his short bow in your direction. The arrow slams into your chest with a painful impact, dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Draeli.
I'm gonna stretch, and I'm gonna run out, try to get to this guy.
Phew, don't think you would have gotten there if you didn't stretch. Good thing.
Leave the old man alone. And I actually cannot make it to him, so I'm gonna have to stop right here.
Okay.
Just call him a mean word.
Another goblin steps out of the trees and yells out, "They're stealing our food!" And he immediately launches another arrow at Slane. Poor Slane.
Why is Slane getting hammered?
The
Poor dude.
arrow slams into Slane into your left shoulder, dealing another 3 points of piercing damage. Slane has fallen unconscious from the two arrows sticking out of him. The game has but started, and we already have our first man down. Slane, death save. You're doing good. Widget.
Alright. Well, I do not have a healer's kit, so I will move up here and grab my arcane focus and whirl another fireball at the goblin to the north. Burn!
Your fireball whizzes right over the head of this goblin, slamming into the tree behind him. The trunk of the tree goes up in a quick little fire, leaving some burn marks behind it. Lazu.
Alright, I'm gonna go, hi, do I need to do all the work around here? I'm gonna cast this on Slane. I'm going to say, I need you to stop being dead and go cut off the goblin's head.
Slane, you hear these this little ditty ringing in your head as you wake, gaining 5 points of healing and a point of exhaustion. This goblin, seeing Draeli coming running at him, drops his bow and immediately pulls his scimitar, running at Draeli. Swinging his scimitar, Draeli takes his quarterstaff and knocks it down, redirecting the blow off to nowhere. Draeli, you are up.
I'm gonna keep that in motion and just bring it right back and try to swing that quarterstaff right back at him.
In a fluid motion, your quarterstaff goes down, pulling his scimitar out of the way, and around back up again. But his scimitar raises up with you, diverting the motion of your quarterstaff, raising it right above his head.
Their fist to the face as a bonus action.
Yes. And letting go with your lower hand from the quarterstaff, you turn and uppercut him into the face. That uppercut lands right into his jaw, sending his head wheeling back as he lands back down onto the forest floor unconscious.
Don't touch my friends.
Yeah.
The last goblin looks around at his peers, and you hear him say, Guys! It'll help! He immediately pulling out his short bow, sends a bolt at Widget. The arrow flies clean over Widget and Slane, landing somewhere back in the forest. Slane, you're up.
If I was to step on the stump here, would I be able to shoot over Widget without worrying about hitting him?
I think so.
Alright, I would like to do that and take a shot at the goblin.
Okay. You hop back as you knock and pull your arrow back. The back end of the stump gives way with an imperfect footing. You slip backwards a little bit, and your arrow flies off into the sky far beyond the forest. Widget.
All right. I'm gonna grab my arcane focus again and close my eyes and try to concentrate a little bit harder this time and release fireball or firebolt. Firebolt.
And as you close your eyes, you bring in some of your focus. You summon up a firebolt and launch it at this goblin. Haven't forgotten the crucial step in magic casting, which was to open your eyes first. And the firebolt just whizzes right past him. Lazu.
Aye. 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a couple of knives at this guy's face. And laugh while doing it. Hold on, I have to navigate my... Alright, there we go.
Your first knife zips under between his legs perfectly, as if he were strapped to a board and you didn't want to hit him. The second one, as he looks down at the one that nearly hit him, whizzing by, is instantly blinded as the second one goes perfectly in between both of his eyes, and he drops to the ground dead.
Oh, you should have been paying attention. I'm going to walk over there and pick up my knives back again.
And you are out of combat.
Filthy creatures.
Yeah.
I hate
Yes.
goblins.
They are very stinky.
we all do.
I do not like them.
Shame about the horses, though.
Investigate the horses.
I'm sorry, you can do what with the horses?
Investigate, see if there's any markings, or we can figure out whose horses they are, or if they're just random horses.
Sure. So, give me an investigation. So, looking at the horses, you can see that they have leather bridles and reins on them still, or steel bridles, leather reins, and they have the markings of Sildar, the guy that Gundren was traveling with.
I think this was Sildar's horse. I don't know who was on the other one. Perhaps Gundren? They set out together.
Possibly.
That doesn't bode well.
I'd like to check the area to make sure that was all the goblins, just to be safe.
Okay, give me an investigation. So, looking about the area, there are no further goblins. But you do notice that there is a path that has been heavily trafficked going north from this particular area.
Okay. Hey guys, we have a path heading north. Seems like it's been pretty active.
Do you think this is the path the goblins used?
I'm not sure. Definitely a possibility.
I say we ignore them and go straight to the drop-off point, finish our job, and get paid.
Speaking of payment, perhaps we should look at our goblins' friends and see if they have anything on them.
Okay, I will let you take care of that. I do not want to touch them.
Widget will run around and...
But there's no bodies or anything, like the people who are on these horses, the goblins may have taken them.
Yeah.
Perhaps they just like... Perhaps
just
they make
right.
a horse fillet. They want to eat the horses. I do not know.
The horses are a tragedy, but the people...
Widget, you were able to find a total of 10 silver and 7 copper.
I'll record that.
I'm banking over here.
Yeah. To the north.
Yeah, we have to see if there's anyone alive.
But if this is a goblin trail, we should be careful. We don't know. There might be ambushes.
That is likely.
I'll take the lead and scout ahead.
Okay.
But I'd also like to do it stealthily.
All right. Give me a stealth and a perception.
Okay. Perception.
So, as you start moving along this path, you work tree to tree, keeping in the shadows cast by the sun above you. You feel pretty confident that if there's anything out there, it's not going to see you. You feel so confident, in fact, that you don't notice the pit just in front of your feet. Give me a dex save, please.
Okay. Okay.
As you step down, and forgive me, not a pit, but as you step down, you hear a bam that immediately alerts you to a trap going off behind you. You leap backwards to avoid any particular peril, and you see a snare that you had set your foot into whip up and fly up into a tree, bouncing up and down. Had you not reacted faster, it could have been you dangling from underneath that tree limb.
Oh.
Gonna kind of whisper to the team, be careful. As you can see, there's traps.
Perhaps I can keep an eye out for them. Out of character, is that more perception or investigation?
To
like look for traps along the trail.
perception.
For perception, okay.
But the person who's going to make it is the person who's in the lead of the party.
Okay.
Which I believe is still Slane at this point.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me another stealth and another perception.
Okay.
So, catching your breath for a moment, you go back to what your tried and true method of moving around through the trees in between the shadows, walking as silently as you can, missing any small leaves that might crack under your feet. And a little bit more ready this time around, you keep your eye down towards the floor, where about 10 minutes later, you notice an area that has an unusual amount of leaves. More than likely, this is covering another trap.
Okay. Alright, everyone, be careful. It appears that this could possibly be a trap right here where there's all these leaves. We could try and set it off with a rock or something, but we need to be careful around it.
Can we just walk around?
Yeah, big forest.
Walk around.
I actively do not walk in the leaves.
And so you guys walk around this particular trap and make your way quite easily around it, haven't seen it be pointed out to you. It takes about another 30 minutes or so before you complete the rest of your trip. You start to work your way up a hillside. It gets a little bit steep. until you get to a point where the hillside meets a river coming out of a cave. The tracks indicate whoever's been going up and down around here has gone in and out of the cave.
This looks like the spot.
Can I whistle and shout "Talk" and summon my familiar down from the skies?
And you all see a raven that had previously been circling high above you starts to descend in a spiral down and lands onto Widget's shoulder.
And can I send him out and around, not in the cave, but around, and you can see through their eyes as a wizard, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's what I would like to do. Just
okay. And so, go ahead and send him out.
Okay, I was just gonna. I think I can't control him because you may have placed him instead of me.
Oh, somehow I placed a raven. So
Well, no, it's not letting me control
yep,
the one I placed either.
let's change this. And so let's change that to Tuck. You should have the ability to control him now.
Yeah. And so he has a fly of 50, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm guessing he can't fly over these bushes.
He can. So flying over the bushes, he can see there's a couple of goblins on the other side of the bushes that seem to be almost snoozing off.
All right, I'll definitely summon him back towards myself, and my eyes that were previously white open, and I say, "There's 2 goblins in the bushes. Be careful, everyone."
How do I want to handle him?
Oh, we could try and take him out stealthily, or we could bum rush him.
Aaron, I don't know if I'm on the right thing. Everything's black in this.
Okay,
Am I on the right?
let's make sure let's make sure you have sight. You've got sight.
I love the ability to see things. That is my favorite attribute.
And, I know what's happening here. Does that make it better?
Yes, merci.
De nada.
Mm. You know what they say, when in France. De nada.
Alright. So what you guys gonna do now? You've noticed the goblins out there.
Mm.
I think a silent approach would be best.
I agree.
Alright. So you said you only saw 2?
Only 2.
2. Alright. You think you'd be stealthy, old man?
I'll show you how to stealth.
I'm
So
super
I'd like to
stealthy.
Alright. I say we stealth up and try and get him by surprise. And with that, I'd like to put my bow away and bring out one of my short swords.
Okay.
Or actually, both of my short swords.
Wow. Both his short swords.
Yeah. You know, I think
Very
you're just jealous that my knives are bigger than yours. Alright. You guys ready for
I
this?
pull my daggers out and say, "It is not the size that counts, but how you use it."
Yeah. So let's go. Let's see. Do you need a stealth check?
please.
Got it.
Are we all stealthing or just him?
We'll start off with him.
Okay.
All right. So you moving, Slane?
Yeah. Oh, lag. Okay, hold on. I'm guessing I can't go through the bush, right?
No, you cannot. It is a thick briar.
This map is so laggy. There, okay, I'd like to get right there and make an attack on this one right here.
Okay. Go ahead and do your attack. So, moving across the... you work your way across the river with a quick, silent jump. As you land with one foot, your short sword pierces into the back of the head of the first goblin. And just below his head, into his neck, he starts to gurgle blood as he starts to scream out,
Then I'd like to use my bonus action to attack with my other sword.
Okay. And your second sword, using the first as an anchor, the second sword goes into the back of his head, and you kick him down to the ground with your foot, pulling both swords back out again. And the Widget, you've heard action begin. What do you want to do?
I want to sprint forward and see if I can get in range for a spell.
Okay.
But if we're in initiative, I probably won't be able to, because I think he only moves 25. 5, 15, 20, 25. And I cannot get further than that. So I'll just shout, "They're around the corner, one more!"
All right. Goblin, seeing his comrade drop down, immediately gets up and runs towards Slane, swinging a scimitar. The Slane, you catch his scimitar with one of your short swords, with a skillful parry. Draeli.
Alright. I can't make it all the way up there, I don't think. Oh, actually, I probably can't do that. I'm going to stop right here. And can I hold my action for if he tries to run into the cave?
Sure. Lazu.
Alright. Gonna make my way over to about right here. Toss my good old trusty stabby dagger at him. And I'm going to Bardic Inspiration on
So
my boy
from where
Slane.
you're at, you're probably not going to be able to. You're not going to have line of sight on him. The shrubberies are too high.
Oh man,
Shrubberies.
right here. I can hit him with a melee attack, right?
You actually can't move into the shrubbery.
Well, could I have stayed right here then? Is there shrubbery in the way?
Right there, you're fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still going to bardically inspire Slane,
Okay.
and I'll end my turn.
Okay. Slane, you're up.
Alright, I would like to strike him with both my swords.
Sounds good.
So there's the first one. the second one?
And a
The
vicious
second one I
mockery.
use, whatchamacallit, the inspiration. That's a D6 or a D4?
6.
4. Oh, 6 on him.
Say, is it
Oh, that's right.
the first is a 6, I believe.
Yeah, it's 6. Just kidding.
What was that, Lee Aldrin?
My memory is going away.
Turning your attention to this goblin that struck you, you take both your short swords in a cross, right at his neck, cutting both at the same time, lopping his head right off. And you are out of combat.
I would like
Let me
to.
show you how to stealth.
I'd like to clean my blades from the disgusting goblin blood. And
Do we need to take a quick rest, or are you guys feeling okay?
I won't say no to a short rest to get everything ready to venture forth.
I am very impressed, Slane. You did not go down this time. Good
Yeah,
job.
somebody has to do the dirty work.
So Widget can stand guard because he hasn't gotten hit yet. If you guys
I'm
wanna
feeling
stand.
great.
Okay.
In that case, I would like to use my hit die.
All right.
Your single hit die.
Yeah, that was a good roll, too.
Alright. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm back.
So, a good hour, you guys have been able to sit down by this lazy stream. You saw a few fish go by while Slane is bandaging himself up, cleaning up his wounds, and sharpening his blade.
Would you guys like me to send in Tuck real quick to get an idea of what's in there before we run in?
Yeah, scouting is always a great idea.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll sit down crisscrossed and my eyes will go white and I'll see through Tuck. And I don't think Tuck has sight.
Oh my.
So that's
It's
as
so
far as
fun.
I can take him.
I believe ravens do not have dark vision.
Oh, it is completely dark in here then.
From where he's at, he does have dim light, so I'll switch that out. So, from where he's at, just inside the cave mouth, a few uneven stone steps lead up to a small, dark chamber on the east side of the passage. The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. Savage snarls and the sounds of rattling chains greet your raven's ears, where 3 wolves are chained up just inside the opening. Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven to the base of a stalagmite.
All right. I'm going to bring him back. And my eyes will come open. I'll say, there's a passage to the right as soon as we come in on the right side of the stream. There are wolves chained in there.
Alright.
No goblins, though.
There's always goblins. Dirty bastards. What should our plan of attack be?
If they're caged, do we need to attack them?
Not necessarily.
They will make a lot of noise and hurt my ears. I do not like it.
That's no reason to kill them.
No, but they will alert all the other goblins.
Better reason. Well,
We could try to feed them something, and I'm really good with animals.
We have
Try and
goblin
feed them the goblins right here.
They'll eat the goblin or the gnome, right?
Hopefully not the gnome.
Alright, so
And we could always take a goblin arm or leg for you, so you don't have to carry the whole body.
yeah, could you?
Sure.
I-
I'd like
my
to
dagger
lop
won't
off
do much.
a goblin leg for him.
Right? And then I'll move in. I hope you guys follow me.
Yes. Can we test is the water deep here? How deep is...
The water is maybe 6 inches deep.
Oh, okay.
So I could drown it.
You could. So...
Okay, Unbreakable, I hear you.
Widget, as you round the corner, the dogs notice you. You hear a low, grumbling growl and saliva dripping from the northmost one.
Okay, I'm going to command, sit, and then toss them the goblin arm.
Give me an animal handling. The 3 wolves immediately start tugging at their chains, trying to get at this goblin arm. As they get to it, they start tearing it apart and shredding it. As they do, they lay down a little bit to enjoy their fine meal.
Aw, they're friendly.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but... They're content.
They're content.
Alright, before we go any farther, I'd like to stealth up.
Okay.
And, of course, keep an eye out for more goblins and their trickery bullshit. I mean, trickery. You didn't hear that?
Trickery, what? I did not hear that.
Oh, they're just trapped in here. Maybe we should let them go.
Maybe on our way back.
Okay. Can I check out the rest of this room and see if there's anything else worth note?
Yeah. So, towards the back of the room looks to be some sort of fissure. There's a narrow opening on the east of the wall that leads down to a natural chimney. And the chimney looks to be climbing upward in the hill. At the base, there's all sorts of rubbish. There's some various bones. There's some coal, embers of wood.
Lots of junk.
Looks like trash.
Alright. I'd like to get up here and go and tell everybody to be quiet. We don't know where the goblins could be. And I'd like to start pushing forward and keeping an eye out for them.
Okay. So, the main passage from the cave mouth climbs steeply upward. The stream plunging and splashing down the west side. In the shadows, a side passage leads west across the other side of the stream.
Alright. Want to let everyone else know? We have a passage going to the west. We could check it out, or we keep heading forward. It's your guys' call. I'll scout whatever we need.
Best not to put our back to any enemies. I say we clear as we go.
Right. Let's do it. I'd like to start going down the tunnel to the west. Ah, this lag. There we go.
Lazu, it is getting pretty dark.
Oh yeah, I can't see in the dark anymore. You know what? I will just stand behind someone else and they will lead me through. How about that? Someone who can see things.
And I walk right past him, completely oblivious to the fact that he can't see.
I said that out loud, hoping that someone would lead me through.
Oh. When I come back and I grab him by the hand, interlocked fingers.
Thank you.
Come with me.
You are a very kind monk.
We have some goblins up ahead.
Oh, spooky.
Have the goblins noticed us?
I can't tell yet.
They don't seem to. They are... You actually shouldn't be able to see them.
Oh.
So, there are no goblins ahead that you're aware of.
Oh, is this like a
Yeah, it's a ledge.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a ledge or not. I was like,
Interesting.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be seeing them or not. I might as well just let them know just in case.
I have a sneaking suspicion there are goblins around that corner.
You can smell the goblins.
They are very stinky.
Alright, in that case, is it just like difficult terrain to go up the ledges, or?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I guess I'd like to start climbing up it as silently as I can.
Okay. I need you to make a dex save.
Dex, you got it.
So, sorry, I was reading the wrong one. There we go. So as you start working your way up this, all the various stones, they start to fall out from beneath your feet, and creating a large tumble as more stones start rolling out. You lose your footing, landing on the palms of your hands, and you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I let go of Lazu and I rush over to help Slane to his feet. Are you okay?
I should be fine. I don't know if it's best to go this direction, though. Might have to find another way around. Just keep an eye on the back or on the rear as we keep going.
All right.
Do not worry, I will watch our backs.
Back out. I'll grab your hand again, Lazu.
Okie dokie.
And Slane, the stream passage continues up beyond another set of uneven steps ahead, bending eastward as it goes. A waterfall sounds out from a larger cavern somewhere ahead of you. A rickety bridge spans the passage, connecting two tunnels that are 20 feet above the stream.
Alright. I'm gonna keep pushing forward and keep looking for traps as we go.
Okay.
Traps, goblins, all that fun stuff.
Alright, Lazu, there's a rock on your right. Take a big step. Good.
Yes, I'm very good at following basic instructions.
So, the passage is suddenly filled with a mighty roar as a huge surge of rushing water pours down from above. I need everyone to make a dexterity save.
How spooky.
Come on.
A torrent of water comes rushing down the stream, nearly filling the cavern as it does so. And pretty much everybody is able to jump off to the side and grab hold of a firm rock or the wall in order to be kept from sweeping away. Nearly everyone.
I knew that was coming.
Draeli, you are caught up in the torrent, and you are swept all the way outside before you're able to tumble out onto some dry land. In addition, you're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage just from tumbling down this stream along the way.
Can I get up and make my way back inside?
Yeah.
I wave to the crow or the raven as I go back in.
I'm still waiting there, just kind of not holding on to anything. I'm like, where?
And it's kind of wander back in, soaking wet.
Everyone give me a dex save.
Me?
Again?
Yep.
Oh, Lord.
You said everyone, right?
Yep.
Okay.
A second torrent of water comes rushing down again. And again, nearly everyone is able to hang on for safety. Except for Widget this time around, who the rock that you were holding onto comes loose and tumbles out of your hand. You are then swept out of the cave onto the grass outside of the cave, taking 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Wizard down. Alright. Well, I would like to make my way around here before another thing comes. Stupid leg! I would like to try and move my way around here before another wave comes.
I'm gonna stand off. I'm gonna move over to this little cave right here.
Okay.
So that way when it goes right past me. I'll be like, you know what? I don't want to get hit by that again.
Alright, do I actually see him this time or no?
You do, and they see you. So combat is starting. So you see one goblin off to the side who in the... Do I have... Let me fix this real quick. I don't think... Slane... Over to edit. Yeah. Theoretically. And okay, much better. Apparently, people weren't able to see what Slane was doing. So...
Because I'm stealthy.
That's right. You are stealthy even from viewers.
That's how good my rolls are.
So there is one goblin back here that seems to be clearing a lot of rubble, or not rubble, rocks, and silt from this lowered pool up here. He runs up.
Oh, I'm not in the, whatchamacallit, the initiative turn thing.
I think you're the only one fighting and you're not there on it.
You are now.
Perfect.
So he runs up with a scream, swinging his scimitar at you. And the scimitar connects, dealing 7 points of slashing damage. A second goblin it's over there. Slane, you're up.
I would like to disengage,
Okay.
and I would like to try and run out if I could with this leg.
Yeah.
20. Yeah. 30. There we go. I made it. Alright. I'm going to come holding one of my arms. I'm going to say that there's goblins out there. I'm going to kind of like crouch down as I assume I'm probably bleeding.
Lazu.
I can't see anything, or I don't know where anyone is, so I'm going to wait till someone comes and gets me. Actually, I take that back. I'm going to strike up a torch.
Okay.
Which probably won't last very long with the whole waterfall situation, but I am going to strike up a torch and make my way through.
That's right. We were holding hands. You just let me go when I got washed away.
I didn't get the option to hold on to you. This is getting ridiculous. I want to see where I'm going. Give me light. DM.
Did you not get it yet?
I do not have it, no.
Let's try that again.
Hey, Aaron, I'm back now.
Welcome, Madison.
Perfect time.
Maddie.
So, for everybody, one of the things that I tend to use is what I call the black box. This is a lazy but effective way of bringing people in and out of the game. Essentially, this is a magical black box, and when you're not able to attend to the game for whatever reason, your soul goes into the black box, where nothing can happen to it. The time is paused in this black box, so if you don't get the benefits of long rest or anything along those lines. When you come out of the black box, you're out of your... When you're able to join the game, you come out of the black box, woohoo, there you are. And this is just an assumed part of the world that you live in, that these types of things happen. It's no big deal, it just is. How does it work? It's magic. And one of your companions has just come out of the black box. Kordif, played by Madison. Before we get... in fact, why don't we go ahead and finish up what's going on here, and then we'll talk about this new guy that just popped into the middle of some goblin caves. Kordif, where you're at, you are in a cave right now, where there are 3 wolves, and that... Oh, let's set your sight. No light source. There you go. So there are 3 wolves in this cave that are currently laying down and nomming down on the arm of an unfortunate green creature. We are currently in initiative, so I will roll you in. Ooh, powerful 0 on your initiative. And so we'll jump back over. Lazu, what were you doing? You're just going to stand there? You lit the torch?
I lit it up so I could see where I'm going.
Okay, but you can see now, correct?
I can, yes.
Great.
5, 10. Oh, I'm trying to calculate.
Yes.
15, 20. I'm assuming I can... that'd be 30. And this is like I can just go underneath this little bridge here.
Yes.
I'm just going to walk by Slane and be like, hello, Slane. You look hurt.
Draeli.
I'm going to try to make my way back up. About as far as I can go. Stop there.
Okay. Widget.
I'm hurt pretty bad. So I think I'm going to use my dagger to try to cut off another arm of this goblin. Or can I drag the goblin?
Yeah, you can drag him. You can do so. Dragging him... So it's going to take an action to grab him, and then movement is going to be half speed.
Okay. So I could grab him 1, 2. Sorry, there's a little bit of a lag.
No worries.
It's not letting me go 1 higher.
So is this map just like really huge, or?
It's actually surprisingly small.
Because yeah, this is laggier than that one.
Try
Blame it on the goblins.
If you got Twitch in the background, try killing that and see if that makes a difference.
Well, I just have the app going.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't help. The map is still laggy.
Wow, that's surprising. It could also just be Roll 20 on a Sunday.
Could be.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, now you're turning into a robot.
And we lost Ian.
Oh, I'm here. Sorry. Flagging. I said it was just roll 20. It was really me the whole time.
Right. All right. So you good there, Widget?
Yeah, I'm just gonna protest loudly. I'm hurting, everybody. I'm hurting.
All right. And let's get this guy. And Lazu, you see a goblin rounding the corner on you with the scimitar raised. He swings his scimitar a little too early, excitedly at you, and slams against the rock wall next to you.
Oh, oof.
That wasn't very French.
That was not very nice either. Hey, I cannot be French out of character, okay? Don't.
But I want to hear a oof. That's perfect.
Another goblin comes running around, splashing through the water, screaming in a high-pitched voice. So, Kordif, as your soul has come into this, you know that you've been dropped into the middle of a fray. You see Widget coming around into your view, and he is obviously beaten and battered, black and blue head to toe, and he seems to be dragging a goblin towards you.
Widget, what's the purpose of that?
To feed my new friends, the wolves. They're gonna get hungry again.
Do you need aid before I step into battle?
I could use a little help here. I hurt.
Alright. I will cast Healing Word.
Okay. And Widget, go ahead and take 4 points of healing.
Oh, thank you.
And then, I can't see anything at the moment, but I believe they went that way. Up north of me.
Probably if you can't see it, you don't know.
Well, I saw them moving, but they were just teleporting.
So yes, they're moving north.
Okay. Then I'll start moving that way too.
Alright. And
How do we rule diagonals?
they are 3.5 rules, so the first is 5, the second is 10, the next is 5, the next is 10.
Okay.
And another rule, I let it slide this time since you're just jumping in at the very beginning here, but typically question answer requires a full action.
Alright. I think that's everything I can do. I'll cast light on my shield.
Okay. Actually, you've already cast your Cure Wounds. Or
Healing Word is a bonus action.
You're right, it
Healing
is.
Word is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Wish I would have remembered that earlier.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
That's everything I can do.
Oh my god.
Another goblin comes running in. They look to be working to surround Lazu for some reason. Maybe because he's in the front. Poor guy.
Why am I in the front?
And this goblin squeezes through his brethren, swings his scimitar, catching in between, into your shoulder, in between your armor, cutting deep, dealing 8 points of slashing damage.
Did he roll acrobatics to see if he can move through his friends?
He absolutely did.
Alright. Trying to keep it fair. He's how much damage?
8.
You know how these goblins like to cheat.
Did he do any damage?
8.
I'm down and
Level 1.
I love level 1 combat.
Right? Slane.
Let's see. Let's see. If I got to right there, would I be able to have a clear shot against that bastard right there?
It's only one way to find out.
I made it. Take that, leg. All right. I'd like to put my short sword away and bring out my bow and take a shot at that guy.
Okay. Dropping your swords to the ground, you pull out your bow, knock an arrow, and release. In the scramble of the combat, your arrow goes a little high and arcs over the top of the 3 goblins.
But knocks a stalactite loose, right?
That crushes all 3 of them.
Yes. A goblin runs out on top of the bridge and aims a short bow down at Kordif. Kordif, you have a shield, correct?
Yes.
So you see this goblin coming across the bridge with his bow drawn. You immediately raise your shield as the bow hits the shield and falls to the ground.
The arrow, right? The arrow hits?
Yes.
Not the bow?
Yes,
Okay.
sorry, yes.
No, he came out and threw the bow.
Alright, Lazu,
Very
doing alright? Draeli.
I do have... Oh, I do not have a healer's kit. Just kidding. Sorry, Lazu. I'm going to step forward and just go for the closest goblin that I can, the guy right in front of me here.
The one in front of you is actually 20 feet above you.
Oh, shoot.
So
right.
This guy is next to you.
Gonna go for that guy that's next to me then. And
Is Lazu on the bridge too?
Oop.
No,
Lazu.
Lazu's under the bridge.
Okay.
Take a swing at him with my quarterstaff first.
Okay, and you knock him in one arm, and you hear a snap as the arm breaks.
Then I'm gonna go for the neck with a karate chop with my other hand.
And with the other hand, you go to chop him and wind up hitting bone instead. You can feel a little bruise forming on the inside of your hand. Widget.
When I look into the dog pen, do they seem okay right now?
They seem pretty content.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop this goblin and go forward. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh.
Guessing you can see what's going on now.
Now I can see what's going on. Alright, this guy is high above, correct?
This one is, yes.
So I could cast a firebolt at him.
You sure could.
Okay. Alright, I'll grab my amulet, concentrate, whirl firebolt.
And I got a feeling you're still learning this spell. The inflections are all wrong as the fireball gets maybe 6 inches from you and explodes into a shower of fireworks.
Yay!
This goblin is going to move over to here. Actually, no, I guess he can't. So he's going to see. How's he going to do this?
Stand on Lazu's corpse.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's going to do, is stand on Lazu's corpse.
Help the DM.
Ooh, great idea! swinging his scimitar at Draeli, he deals 3 points of slashing damage.
I helped you?
The next goblin is going to stand under the bridge and...
I hope he rolled his dex check.
He sure did. So he squeezes by the goblin with the dex check and stands under the bridge, swinging his scimitar at Draeli, looking wounded. Cuts Draeli down with another 4 points of slashing damage.
Feeling very wounded.
And another one bites the dust.
Each.
Kordif.
Alright. I will move slightly to the side and cast, Healing Word onto Lazu, who's still down.
Okay.
And then, let me double check. There's the roll for healing.
Okay, Lazu takes 7 points of healing and a point of exhaustion.
And I will cast Spare the Dying onto, who is that, Draeli?
Draeli.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Which just means I'm stable at 0, right?
that's correct.
Yep.
This goblin is going to move over here with the dex check. But he failed the dex check, so he's going to stand there and look stupid.
X.
Slane.
Let's see. I would like to play. Damn it. Hold on. I got this. There we go. I like to take a step back to here and take a shot at the one up on the bridge.
Okay.
Wait, if I'm back up, is there still a goblin on top of me?
Yes.
Do I wake up looking at goblin nuts?
Yes.
Oh, I know what I'm attacking next.
And so Slane, you back up and release an arrow that gets knocked into the side of the bridge. The goblin is going to fire back at Slane. And his arrow is far more precise as it screams in a direct arc towards you, hitting you center of mass for 5 points of piercing damage.
Yay.
Oh no.
Lazu, you are currently down on the ground with the goblin standing above you.
If I can't be conscious, no one will. And I'm gonna cast sleep on all of us.
All right. Drag it up.
All right, hold on. I know. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh my goodness, that's huge. All right, so I can't actually drag it far enough above.
How far?
Over. It kind of just placed it just to where it doesn't hit Kordif.
Like right up there?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And I'm good. Hold on. It's 5d8.
So we'll take the 31 since that was your first roll.
Oh, I clicked it twice, but it lagged. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And let's do back. Let's grab you. He is now asleep.
It's about to be 4 sleeping goblins and 2 sleeping, I guess, adventurers.
Is sleep a concentration spell?
No.
Okay.
It knocks him unconscious. So if there's any left over, I'm going to be put to sleep too.
Yeah, I was wondering if you put yourself to sleep, you just immediately wake back up.
I think it takes an action from party members to wake someone
It does.
up. So if y'all want to,
Alright, so 7. And sleep there. Lazu, you have fallen asleep.
no.
Alright. So, all the goblins around you, including yourself, have all just snapped down, falling asleep. And, Draeli was in there. Oh no, you're unconscious, so go ahead and death save.
Sure,
Oh no, you're
He got
I stayed
you're
alive.
stable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Widget, you just saw everyone fall asleep in front of you.
And we're still in initiative order?
Sure are.
They're still alive.
Oh, there's one still... Oh, yeah, they're alive, yeah.
Yeah. They're
Wait,
all
there's
alive.
one up?
But all the goblins are asleep right now.
I guess yes. It looks like they're all asleep, so we can drop out of initiative.
Right. I think we might still need initiative.
Why is that?
Because
Slane,
we're about to go stab some corpses.
Yeah, I don't think stabbing a goblin corpse. I don't think you're going to need to roll too bad. I mean, it's inanimate. It's there. You can just coup de grace it.
All right.
They're prone.
Well, my first step up is to spare the dying on Slane.
Okay.
Slane is an unfortunate name at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, this is the second time he's gone down, so don't worry. This will be a reoccurring.
That's right. Slane, you're now at 2 points of exhaustion.
How the hell do I add exhaustion on roll 20?
I'll tell you after the game.
Yep.
Okay.
So, all right. Now, before we go any further, Madison, why don't you tell us who you're playing?
I am Kordif Daz. He is 6'3", I think. He's a big dude. And I guess the best way to describe like his skin tone is scorched. He's got a number of little burns all across his face. His hair sometimes is there, but there's definitely less of it than there should be. Eyebrows are non-existent entirely. He's wearing very pristine chainmail that reflects the light because it's enchanted in a much more reflective way than traditional metal would. Anything else that you might want to know?
How is it that you know a couple other players or a couple other characters?
Well, Gundren brought me in. I owe him quite a bit of debt. He's been very kind. He financed my apprenticeship. That's how I became a smith in the first place. Worked with Lazu for a while, providing him his knives.
Yes.
So everything just lined up, brought me in here. Hopefully I can bring the warmth of the forge to all of our companions.
Wonderful. I think you're going to need it considering, you've been sloshing around in water. Speaking of which,
No.
No, you're good. You're good. I got a feeling your party's taking care of you. I'm not going to be that
everyone
cruel.
is stabilized at the moment.
However, the goblin that was in the water just drowned.
It's not a concern. We were finishing them off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just saved us some time.
Yeah.
Widget, do you have a way to get on top of the bridge There was one shooting down at us, and I believe if we wait too long,
I
we
can
may wake
cast
up
a
again.
firebolt, or I can try. All right. So he flexes his hands and consults his spell book one more time, since he's been doing this wrong for quite some time, and he'll grab his arcane focus and whirl up a fireball at the guy on the bridge.
All right.
Firebolt.
And your firebolt gets about halfway this time before fizzling out.
Oh, I got this. Again, guys. I so got this.
Why don't you spot me as I climb up? Is it passable?
But as you start looking for a place to climb, a firebolt goes right, blazing right past you.
This Gon's gears. Look at that, guys. Look at that.
This one slams right into the goblin's corpse, and as the whole thing goes up in flames, bits and pieces of it, chunks, start splashing down into the water below.
Gross all around me.
That's right. It's not so bad, Draeli. You're totally unconscious for us, getting all over you. No big deal.
Much better.
So let's see. Slane is unconscious. Let's pull him out of the water.
Yeah.
As is
I'm going to
Draeli.
pull him Slane out of the water. Before he
And-
drowns.
Lazu's on the shore. I think he'll be all right for now. So I will, I guess, move myself, and then hopefully Draeli comes with to get out of the water.
Yep.
Perhaps we need a rest.
Yeah, I am spent. While I can bring warmth, eventually the torch sputters out.
Has anyone gotten me up by any chance?
No, you're unconscious.
No, I have plenty of
Oh,
hit
yeah.
points. I'm just asleep.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Oh, well, okay.
For all
You didn't see me wake up, cast
Yeah, no.
sleep, and then fall back asleep?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
assume you did. See, I know about, what is it, the sacrificing your life to cast spells? As far as I know, you did that.
Oh, well.
Speaking of which, I should cast Toll the Dying on him, just in case. Or not Toll the Dying, Spare the Dying.
And there he
Does that
goes.
wake me up? Does that wake me up?
I do have Toll the Dead, but that would be a horrific mistake.
You're having some weird dreams, Ian.
I'm on a crazy acid trip right now.
So, can I pull Slane out of the cave
Yeah,
onto the land where he's safe?
sure.
Is it safe? I was a bit distracted as we walked into this cave. Is there a safe exit?
No one wants to tell him?
I'm unconscious.
I'm over here, next to the exit.
All right. Let's see, my strength is 14, which means I can carry. Is it 240 pounds? No, it's not that much.
14 times 5. Or sorry, 14 times 15.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I can drag 210 pounds, so I'll do one person at a time. My goal is to get them out because from what I can see, there may be more.
All right. Go ahead and you guys can all drag yourselves out of there.
Including those of us who are unconscious?
Yes.
Alright, good.
Widget, is it further south the exit? Oh, I can see the outdoors.
Yeah.
I sleepwalk my way out.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
What is that?
A chicken.
That is a raven. And it is just standing on the grass outside the cave, curiously watching you.
Chill.
Sorry, mysterious.
Watch just go
Raven,
in fine. Watch just come out looking not so fine.
All right.
So- Short rest or long rest?
I don't feel too safe doing it right outside the home.
Well, I know. We would have to probably go back to the wagon.
What's the state of the wagon?
A-okay.
Is it fortified, defensible?
It's there.
It's better. At the very least, we could hide behind it if we were attacked again.
So go back to the wagon and make camp.
I think that's best.
Set up a watch.
Okay.
So what was it that brought us into this cave? What was so urgent that brought three of us low?
We are working on finding Sildar and Gundren. Sildar is Gundren's kind of bodyguard.
Oh.
We found their horses on the road and we tracked them to here.
That's an unfortunate experience for them. Do you think they're in danger right now? Something that we need to make haste, or is this? Would we have time
Possibly,
to
but
take our breath?
in our current state, I don't know.
I hope whatever state they're in, they can wait at least an hour.
Well, where are we on this map? Right here?
You are the blue. Yep.
Gotcha.
We could also continue on to Phandalin and be safe at an inn in there.
How far is that?
Phandalin's probably another couple days travel at least.
Yeah, bad idea.
At this point, I hope Lazu has woken up.
He is still unconscious.
Oh, baguette. Oh.
All right.
All right. So long rest then.
We should definitely make camp. Is there like a thicket or some heavy brush we could put the wagon up against so that?
Definitely. You're
Okay,
in
definitely.
you're in a forested area, or a lightly forested area. So there's plenty of brush, plenty of trees. Easy enough to keep your horses tied up and make a safe camp.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take that time making sure that those of us who aren't doing so well have leaves and other soft material to pad their beds.
Okay.
I'll take second watch because I can see in the dark.
I can make light, but I can't see in the dark. I think it would be best if we didn't draw attention.
Sounds good.
Anyone want to do first watch?
Oh, sorry, I should.
Okay.
Before the sun sets is when I'm
And
most...
then I think there's usually a third watch.
Well, we've got a bit of a problem.
Well,
I think we should just pray. Unless, I suppose I could wake early in the pre-dawn.
I could do a 4-hour watch and you could do a 4-hour watch. And
That should be
I
all.
have no idea how this is going to work.
Quick question. So, elves only need 4 hours for a long rest?
That's
Does it count since we're unconscious or no?
Unconscious, you're still going to need a full long night in order to recuperate.
Good.
Alright. So yeah, I'll take dusk and dawn watches if you can take the middle of the night.
Yeah, I'll take the first and second watch, and you take the third and fourth. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
It should be best to suit our skills.
Okay. So the night goes without incident. You guys are able to wake the next day. Those of you who got exhaustion are cleared at a point of exhaustion. Those of you who are unconscious are now conscious.
Did I get full long rest with healing and all resources back?
Yes.
Excellent.
Woo!
And with that, I think that's a good place to call it.
Hey!
Awesome.
And
Barely made it through.
so, the outro. Thanks for watching. And again, if you like what we did here, we got some really talented players. Subscribe, follow, comment, let us know what you like, what you didn't like, and what you want to see in the future. Because Lost Mine, like I said before, Lost Mines of Phandelver is going to just be a get your feet wet, show off some of some of our play skills, some of the DM skills. And once we finish off with this little adventure, we're going to move on to we want to do something a little bit more interesting, maybe a little crazier, maybe a little inventive. If you got some ideas of maybe something that you'd like to see, let us know, and we might be able to work that into some of our future games. And if it's something you even want to see in Phandelver, let us know. I see no reason why we can't start working some of those and make some of these games a little bit more interesting, off the wall, or even more dangerous for these guys, because as you can see, the danger just isn't high enough for them. Only 3 of them dropped. There was no TPK. I don't know what that's all about. So
Level 1!
And so we also have a Twitter account at Fools of Fantasy. You can find us on Facebook. I will have links below for that. You can follow us on Twitch. And where am I missing? And where else can we be followed?
Facebook.
On the streets.
Yeah, please don't follow us on the streets. Well, would really
Except for me,
appreciate
I am homeless. I will take all of your money and handouts. I much appreciate it.
There you go. There you go. If you're gonna follow us on the streets, at least hand us a hundy or something like that. And so with that, thanks for watching, and we will see you back next week.